Hey guys, what's going on? This is Lapu, and welcome to another tutorial. This is going to be a RealFlow plus Cinema4D tutorial. The only part of Cinema4D that it's going to have is going to be just exporting. But yeah, basically, I've just made this object here. It's going to be about particle interaction with solids, and yeah. So I go to plugins, RealFlow, SD exporter. You can just get whatever your object is. Mine's going to be this plane. I'll just add that. Start frame, I'm just going to have 0 and 0. And then I'll put it on the desktop. Save as SD. Alright, export. Then we have that. Then I'll go to RealFlow. I go to import object. Desktop. Find SD. Open that. And then we have it in here. Now I'll just click on 0 so that we have it there. I'll just check my layout on default. And now we have this. It is smooth. But I'll start off just by getting out a square emitter. I'll drag it up a little. I'll make it a little thinner. Drag it a bit like this. And then we'll put it over here. 2, 3, 4. And put it down a bit, but I'll make it facing like there. And now the speed, I'll just put it on to like 10 or something. Resolution, I don't know, like 5. And then surface tension, I might put that to like 12. But the viscosity can be down quite a bit. And I'll put a color on it. I'll make it like this lovely green or whatever, and then a bit of a light pink. And the plane. Where's the color on that? God damn it. Actually, I thought there should be. But yeah, anyway, so the important part about it is particle fluid interaction. Now, there's lots of options in here. The first thing that I'm going to start off with is I'm just going to simulate this. I have to put the simulation frames up a little bit. Okay, so the min and max subsets are on that. FPS output is good. But I'll put it back onto 8, and then I'll go to side view. RF8, reset, and then simulate. We have no gravity on. Bam. I'll have gravity a little bit stronger, like 12. Now, and I might rotate it a little bit. Bam. Okay, that's cool. Now if we hit simulate, it's very, very strong. Alright, so you can see that it's getting blasted like out a lot. And I might change the color on this. I don't know. I like it, but it's I don't know. I like it that. Yeah, that's cool. Alright. But can you see the gap here? So this gap actually comes from what we call collision distance. And now if we put this on 0.01 and then we resimulate, whoa. Now it's actually touching the object. The simulation time went up a lot. One other thing we'll change is we'll change the bounce to 0.05, and then, oh man, I can just tell that the is going to be very noisy. Anyway, the sticky, we'll leave it at that. The roughness, we'll put on to 0.04, and the particle friction 0.05, so we have a little bit more friction. Now also, collision normal, if you change that to inward, this is actually a 2D object, so I'm not sure what it will do. Outward. Okay, so it's taking that as outward. I'm not sure how it decides that, but if you do have an object like a cube, obviously then if you have inward one, it'll be interacted, it'll be solid from the inside, but from outside it'll just go through it. And that's actually pretty helpful. Say you want to do air bubbles or something, or yeah, I guess if you have like circles, that's another thing. I think I'm going to make a video about that. But yeah, so now we'll resimulate this, and it shouldn't quite be as crazy. I think I might have to thin the speed down on the emitter. Where are we? Speed, I'll put it on to like 6. Yeah, that should be cool. And I'll change this down to like 3 and 15. Whoa. Okie dokie. Yeah, okay. If that splashes up. I don't think it should. Seems like the liquid is very, very crazy. I'll make the square a little bit bigger this way, and I'll change the resolution up actually, maybe just to like 6 or whatever, and I'll put the speed down to 3. Okay, so that's a little better. Now you can see that everything's interacting as it should, so we're not getting any kind of weird stuff, I guess. I could actually turn the sticky up, which would give it a bit, I guess, a bit more realism. Sorry. But yeah, just for now, I mean, like, that looks pretty good. And if I go back to 3, you can see that it's interacting. There is still a little thin border, but if you actually mesh, you'll find that it. I find with 0.01, sorry, it goes pretty. I'm using quotation marks. Pretty perfectly on there, but you can't trust it. But yeah, so that's just a little insight into You can see that we have a lot of balls here. If we change the surface tension to like 2, let's put this up to like 4, and then simulate that. And I might actually change the sticky and the particle friction, so 0.15, and the sticky 0.05. And then we'll have a look here what happens. Yeah, so that looks cool. So we have like a waterfall thing here. Can't see the particles through there, but they're gone. Yeah, alright. So that's pretty much the whole tutorial. Also, you can see here that I got a few messages asking for when you mesh how do you get like some people are getting really clumpy, and I made a video about meshing, but it's also a lot about the particle simulation as well. So say I got like a mesh out, and then I went to filter. I don't know, like 0.4, right? And then I simulate. Whoa! That's not what I wanted to do. Let's chuck that on off for the moment. I have a really well, it's not a bad habit, but I press reset every time I Sometimes it's a bad habit I've lost. Sometimes when I do work, I delete the image just when I don't need them, and I just continue to work from that frame. And it's sometimes when I press reset, it just really fucks me over. So yeah, I'll just mesh this for now. Active mesh. Okay. So you see here that it looks really low res. And also, say I put this up to, I don't know, 15. And then I mesh this again. It's even more stringy. I'll just change this to 0.015. I'll see what we get here. Yeah, so there we go. I mean, like, it doesn't look like real water, but for like special effects and motion graphics, this kind of this kind of webby look is really what people like, I guess. But they don't like this where there's little things here. All right, they want it smooth. Okay, so even if I put it on like 0.0 no 8. All right, let's go for 8. It will actually be maybe a little bit more blobby because there's more polygons. But yeah, like I said, all right. So that's not what we want at all. But you can see what I'm getting at. This was actually just about the object interaction. I got so Sidetracked. I'm horrible. Temperature is another thing. The next demon tutorial that I'm going to be doing is going to be on heater, which I'm totally fucked about. I have no idea. I've researched. I was literally at the computer for like 2 hours looking up how to actually get it to work, because it wasn't interacting with the emitters at all, and I have no idea. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna easily explain to you guys how to do it. There's no other tutorials on YouTube. If you find one, message me. But I won't remake it. I'll just link to that. But yeah, I haven't seen one, and hopefully you enjoyed this video. It's probably gone over time, but oh shit, 10 minutes. All right, well, enjoy, and I'll see you guys later. Have fun with everything, and hope you like. Probably won't favorite because it's just a normal video. But yeah, cheers. See you later, and if you want an intro, PM me. Bye bye. Screenshot it.